Now, you see, it did it. It automatically unmuted me this time. Maybe they fixed the bug. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is episode 297. So does that mean, so 26 is 298, and then the 2nd of January is 299. So show 300 would be the second. I thought it might have been the one on New Year's, but never mind. We're almost at the 300, the magic 300. But it's 297. That's where we are today. Welcome. We are live. It is. We are a little bit late because we were waiting for Kent, and we're still waiting for Kent. So Kent, wake up. I know he's not been too well this week, but I did speak to him earlier today, so he seemed okay. He didn't say he wasn't going to come. So anyway, we'll wait for him. It is the 12th of December. 12 more days, and then we'll all be curling up in bed, waiting for Santa to unload his sack all over our fireplaces, with lots of lovely goodies, we hope. But anyway, before I do anything else, I just want to remind people we are broadcasting in two formats. We are broadcasting in normal widescreen, or landscape as they call it, and also in portrait mode, in vertical form. The two streams are identified. One says vertical version in big capital letters. So if you've logged on to the show and you're wondering why we're vertical, it's because you've chosen the wrong thing. So just come back out to the channel and choose the one that doesn't say vertical version, and then you'll get it right. And it's just a trial that we're doing for a few weeks. It does seem to be working, though. We do seem to get a lot of people watching the vertical form of the show. But do let us know what your feelings and thoughts are regarding that. Either way, you'll get to see the show, hopefully in the format that you choose. Right, it's time to do housekeeping, because you just get that out of the way. Not a huge amount of news today, but we'll try and stretch it out as we normally do. If Kent arrives, we can stretch it out a little bit more. Somebody give him a phone call, will they? So before we move on, do anything else, let me just remind you that if you can like the show, please do. By pressing the thumbs up button underneath the video. Apparently there's this new thing that I found out about the other day, called the hype button. If you're watching on mobile, there is a new button, and it's only on mobile for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a test thing, but there's a button underneath the video that says hype. Now what that does is it gives us some points. And the more people that press the hype button, the more points we get, the further up a specific league table we go up. And those that get close to the top get promoted more favourably by YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on a mobile device, hit that hype button. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it gets us thousands of more viewers and subscribers. If you're not watching on the mobile, maybe you're watching on your laptop or your desktop, I don't know. Get your mobile out and just do it as well. Just to hype it. Then you can turn it off and go away. But just do it. I want to see if that hype button works. So give that a try. If you want to comment throughout the show, then please do. You can use any of the chat facilities within the platform that you're watching on, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, and we'll see all of those messages come through. So if you want to interact with the show, please do. If you're watching after the event, then of course you can leave your comments underneath the video. I don't think it works on like that way on Twitch. I'm not a massive Twitch expert, but it does work that way on YouTube. So you can leave your comments after the fact, and we always do read every single comment, good ones and bad ones. And if we like them, we'll give them a little heart. Subscribe to the channel. That's a really good way of supporting us, because the more subscribers we have, the more YouTube realizes that we're kind of sort of a little bit popular, and maybe other people need to know about us. So please do subscribe. And the other benefit, of course, is that tells you when we go live with a show. It tells you when we've got something else coming out. If we've got something during the midweek, it'll tell you all about that stuff as well. And finally, if you know someone who doesn't already know about the show, watch the show, and you think they would benefit from doing so, please do share our link around. It would be much appreciated. So there you go. That's all that stuff. Now, of course, we are a community-funded channel. We do this for you. We are the same people as you, so we're doing it by the people for the people. And so therefore, these things cost a lot of money. Nowadays we're looking at over £1,000 a year to run this channel at the very least. And if we want to do more, we need to do, we need some extra pennies in the pocket. So if you want to support us, and you're by no means obliged to do this, I just want to put that out there. You don't have to do this, but we love it when you do. And so many of you do. You can do it in a number of ways. One of the best ways, I think, is through Patreon. So you can subscribe to our Patreon page. There's the link, prosynthnetwork.com/Patreon. Takes you to our Patreon page where for a minimum of $2 a month, you get access to a whole bunch of exclusive content. So that's exclusive videos, exclusive sound patches for your hardware and your software synthesizers, and decent sampler instruments as well. There's all manner of things there, and we try and grow that as much as we can, and we're grateful to the contributors who have sent us things to put on there. So that's a really good way. So you can just subscribe to that. And you don't have to do just 2. You can do more if you like, but you don't have to. It's complete. You can even join as a free member, but you just don't get all of the benefits. So please do join us over at Patreon. That means a lot to us. We've also got merchandise, prosynthnetwork.com/merch. It takes us to the merch store where you can buy clothing, you can buy accessories, you can buy kitchenware, cutlery. No, we don't do cutlery, but you can do all sorts of different things with our badge on, and it helps promote the show. You get something nice to wear or to use, and it keeps us. We were able to take a little bit of money off the top of that, and I think now if you're wanting to order before Christmas, you might be a little bit too late for pre-Christmas delivery. But of course, after Santa's been on the 25th, you can go to our merch store and spend some of your money if you get some sort of monetary gift on a piece of our merchandise. So yeah, there you go. You can buy some merch from us there. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube as well as a channel member, and you get all the benefits that you get on Patreon. It's $2 a month, but you get all of that free stuff as well on YouTube. I forgot to mention that. And finally, you can also join us at Discord. That's free. It's completely free. You can join the community there. It's slowly growing. There's lots of people joining up, and there's a whole bunch of different chat rooms, if you want to call them that, discussion boards for different subjects and different things. So please, if you want to talk to your fellow ProSynth Network viewers during the week, then go over there and do that. Of course, we're also on Facebook as well, and a lot of us congregate over there, as well as YouTube and Blue Sky and Twitch and Instagram and Threads and TikTok. We're all over that stuff as well. Right. If you have a question or a comment during the show about anything that we're talking about, we try to get to them all. We can't promise, can't promise that we will, but we do try. Stick a big capital Q in front of your comment, whichever platform you're on. Stick a big capital Q on there, and that will hopefully grab our attention, and then we'll be able to address that at an appropriate time. But like I said, we can't always get to everything, but we do try our very best. I also want to say a big thank you to our moderators. I see Steve Elbows is in there. Thank you, mate, for moderating and looking after this horrible lot in the chat. I haven't seen Mr. Brooks or Mr. Synth Addict just lately. I hope they're both well. I know that obviously Andy Synth Addict is over on the west coast of the USA, so it's not always a convenient time for him to do this, because I think it's 11 a.m. over there at the moment, or it's 12 minutes past 11, so if he's busy working, he won't be doing that. But I haven't seen Mr. Brooks just lately, so I hope he's well. If anybody knows, do let us know in the chat, because we miss his input into the show. So yeah, there you go. That's our mods. Don't forget, you can also gift YouTube channel membership to people if you want to do that. You can also hit the super chat and super sticker buttons as well if you want to just do a little one-off donation. So yeah, there you go. That's, I think, everything. I think we've done all that. I feel my mouth drying up, so it must mean that we are close to the end of the housekeeping. One more thing, because I'll tell you what has dried up, and no, there will be no rude jokes about my wife. This Synthspirations, we've had loads of these over this year when we started doing. We've had about 26 or 27, I think, of these, This is where you tell us what inspired you to make music electronically with synthesizers. And you just make a short video. It can be a few minutes long. It can be, in some cases, quite like 5 or 10 minutes long. It's entirely up to you. Production values are not needed or required, but if you want to, and we've had some amazing ones, feel free to do so. But please send in your videos of the albums, the singles, the artists that inspired you to make music, because it's a great way of other people discovering cracking new music. So please do send us in your Synthspirations. All you got to do is just send it in to prosynthnetwork@gmail.com or rob@prosynthnetwork.com. Either of those work. Send the video file using a file transfer service like WeTransfer or Swiss Transfer, either of those, or Box or whatever. Dropbox is another one. Just so long as you don't actually email the whole video file, because most emails won't handle things that size. And send it over, and we will show it on the show, and then we'll also stick it up on our Patreon and YouTube channel member pages for people to watch afterwards. So please do go and create a Synthspirations video. Right, I'm going to take a breather and have a quick drink. Before I do, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Matt Evans for £5 through the super chat, and Mr. Longhurst is always does show number donation. I can't wait till we get to show 1,000.
I'm busy that
sometime
day.
off. You'll be dead by then, I think. And what's this? Simon Tucker says no hype here either. He's on Android, Apple. It says mobile. I was reading up about it, and it said YouTube hype button appears on mobile devices. So if you're watching on a mobile, I don't know whether you have to be watching through the YouTube app or on the browser on a mobile. And I don't know whether it differentiates between tablets and phones. I don't know. It just said mobile.
Just so you know, I've tried both, and much the same. I
tried it earlier on today, and it came up, but then when I hit the button, it says you're not allowed to hype your own content, so I couldn't do that. But there you go. That's understandable. Anyway, the disjointed voice you heard in the background there was, of course, Mr. Andrew Longhurst. Welcome. How are you?
I think much like everyone else, just sort of on that, hopefully trying to coast down to Christmas. But I know it's like a sawtooth. Mm-hmm. Next week will be another ramp up, and probably more square wave next week. Yeah. But we're getting close. You're
looking for a little bit more release in your envelope than sustain.
a little more release. Someone commented about an exhaust muffler for the PSN merch. So yes, I'm looking for a little release.
Yes, aren't we all? Anyway, and joining us, better late than never, is of course Mr. Kent Spong.
Hello.
You right?
No.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Care to explain why?
We had a storm last night.
We did.
Yeah.
You did. I didn't.
Oh, we did. It got very blustery. It's so blustery, in fact, that the gazebo decided to have a crack at one of the wings as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit, no.
Did you not learn the lesson from the boot?
And
obviously not.
A couple of bricks that were holding the plastic of the spray booth together got blown in and landed on the bonnet.
Oh, Jesus.
So both me and Fiona just looked at each other and go, March.
Yeah, I don't. You obviously know a lot more about what you're doing than I do, but because it's cold weather, you say you don't tend to use the workshop as much during the colder weather.
Guess what we did today?
Put everything in the workshop.
I put everything in the workshop.
That's what. That was going to be my suggestion.
And block the door, and in about 16 weeks' time, we'll open the door again.
Yeah.
Done.
Well done. Well.
So.
That'll save you a little bit. But other than that...
the nice thing, I have been
brighter in your room.
Enjoying myself with a nice £150,000 Moog 3C.
Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, 3-cab, twin 960 sequencers, which are obviously bought later because Bob hadn't invented the 960 sequencer in 1969. And holy crap. I think we've only broken 3 windows. No, I mean, I've restored System 55s, and I'm not kidding you, they sound like Genos 2s in comparison to this thing. They are. It's so powerful. It's ridiculous.
Is it a different volt? Is it different components, different voltages? What's the?
It's basically it's a Aurora kind of sound, and the VCOs are just too bloody loud. They're just too loud.
Is that
right?
such a thing?
Well, apparently so. Apparently so. But it's just and you open the filter on the 904, and I said, "You ready?" Fiona's going, "Go on then," and then we went, "Wah!" and everything in the room was going on the shelves and stuff. It's absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. The thing is just so powerful. It's
I don't think
unbelievable.
I've been in the same room as one of those.
Do we dare ask whose it is?
I don't know who's bought it, but
Someone
I have
bought it
paid
from
about
yeah.
140. I think it was £147,000 for it.
So 50 grand a cabinet.
No, it's basically the two cabs have cost most of that because they are RAs, and it's electronically. It's kind of the same, but it is different. I think it's the design is slightly different, and some of these early '60s components are sort of like, I think, they used to be doormen at nightclubs, stuff like that.
Right.
The transistors have got muscles. Do you know what I mean? This thing, and it's got two keyboards, so you can play different parts of it separately if you wish, or some of it playing a sequencer or whatever. And I was getting some serious Tangerine Dream shit going on there.
Nice.
For a while, and
Sounds
it is
almost like.
cranky as hell.
Is it?
It is cranky. It's very, very, very cranky. I mean, it's been 12 years since I restored her, and it's basically sat there going, "Look at me, how pretty I am." And so you turn various pots, and it goes, and of course those pots you have to take them out, unsolder the wires, break open, not break, but extract the components of the pot out, clean it, put it all back together again, put it back into the machine, solder up the wires and everything, and put the screw on, put the knob back on, in the right place, obviously, for about, I don't know, about 70, 80 different pots. So it's going to be an interesting weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the very synth, isn't it, that George Harrison had, that he bought. Not exactly the one not the one you've got, but it's the same, the Model C. And I just remember this. I've tried to copy just the sort of the bottom end of those sounds on Abbey Road. You can't get it. You can get close, sort of, but it's not the same.
Well, you see, the difference between the original RA Mini Moog and the iterations thereof afterwards, like the Musonics and then the ink, and they're very thin and tame in comparison to the RAs, which is why the RAs minis will cost 3-4 times as much as a Musonics one will, for instance. But this is the same, but in its modular form. So what went into the RA minis, he built the modulars with and to that design, which obviously had to change because of the availability of parts, because electronics was moving very quickly at the time, and new stuff was coming out, obviously, and cheaper as well, because it would help. Because of Christ, I mean, a 3C in '69 would probably cost you. Well, you could probably buy a terrace of houses. You
could probably live in it. It's that big.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is.
It's a house in its own right.
I've been asked to sign the inside of it, and I'm going, no, this is an antique piece. I'm not putting my name on it. Just ruin the bloody thing. All it needs is Bob's name in it.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
So, so the case is tired. It's a very, very, very old case. So, but that's not important because you just turn it on and play it, and you go. It could be wrapped up in
that's the one.
Yeah, it could be wrapped up in a slug blanket. It wouldn't make any difference. This is Which is gorgeous. Sorry, I'm stealing your show here, but
No, not at
I
all.
will shut up now.
No. There's not a lot of news. So
Oh, isn't there?
This is all good.
Well, anyway, the sound of this thing, right? Sorry, no.
No, that's lovely. I just wish that we'd come over this weekend, not last weekend, because I would have liked to have seen and experienced that.
But of course, again, completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
You know, car pulls up. We've got to get it done by Tuesday.
Jeez. Yeah, it's rather you than me. Anyway, cool. Good to see you all. People are asking, there was Doomonger in the chat saying, where's Scott McAuley tonight? Scott is cooking his books. Apparently. No, he's doing his accountancy.
He's got Jimmy Carr's accountant.
Year end, which I did this week myself. So, he's taken the night off, and Jason can't make it this week either. So, hi to you guys, and they'll hopefully be back sometime in or around Christmas and New Year. Thank you also to Mickey C. Mikey C. I don't know. 20 Swedish krona. I have no idea what that equates to, but it's very generous, and thank you very much indeed.
About 8p, I think, isn't it?
£15,000, I'm guessing.
Yeah, is Scott cooking his book, you know, in batter, obviously?
Oh, yeah, Scottish is deep fried.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Right, so let's see, what else have we got here before we move on? Oh, yes, Wagyu says, the hype button that I was talking about, the hype button that I was hyping up, apparently only appears after the stream, so don't try and look for it now, apparently, because it's not there. But if you feel that way inclined after the show to go and view us on your mobile device and then press the hype button, maybe that will also account for why Simon couldn't find it earlier on. So go back and visit the stream afterwards and press that hype button and see. Let's see if we can get it to do something noticeable. That would be interesting.
And if you see it on the pub, don't push it. We don't want anybody else to know about it, all right? It is our thing, yeah?
Apparently there was a storm down in the southwest, and our Synth Southwest banner took off and is probably on its way to France.
Yay!
Yeah. That's free publicity as far as I'm concerned.
There should be some Mustang parts attached to that as well,
marketing.
so let me know.
Yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, hello Peter, by the way, our fellow live PSN member who you'll see at PSN shows. Of course, we're appearing at Synth East in Norwich in February, so you'll come and see us both there. I also have some tentative news. I think I'm allowed to mention this because nothing's been set in stone, no dates. But the event in Cambridge that we always used to go to, which was called Synthesized, it happens at the Centre for Computing History in Cambridge in the UK, not in Massachusetts. Synthesized didn't happen last year, but it's coming back in 2026, and it looks like it's going to be happening around the same time, end of June, beginning of July. So nice weather and everything, and it'll be maybe 1 or 2 days. We're not sure if it's going to be 1 or 2 days. But yeah, look out for that because we'll be there with that one. Of course, we've got Synth Southwest, our own show, our very first own live event where there'll be an expo during the day and some entertainment in the evening. Across the road at the Theatre of the Musical Variety. It won't just be me, Kent, and Andy doing the cha-cha-cha or
playing the bagpipes,
whatever. Although we might be able to arrange that. But yeah, so plenty of shows coming up, and hopefully Synthfest UK will be back next year. Fingers crossed. And of course, we've got the big ones. We've got NAMM coming up next month, and then Super Booth in May. And Bristronica in September, I think, next year. Let's see. Oh, there's another 20 Swedish krona. Thank you very much indeed.
Another 8p.
So, yeah, no, that's great.
16p.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for that. And there was one more comment in here, which was from Martin Barrett, 6249, who says, question, I love the opening credits and tune. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Great question.
Yeah.
It's all AI.
Stop it. I keep getting
I do
called
pick up
AI. It was me.
Sorry.
So I what can I tell you about them? They don't have names apart from PSN opening title, PSN closing title. But I did them on mostly GeForce Software's OBE, which is an epic plug-in
Oh, she's a
synthesizer.
big girl, that one. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. And in fact, the kind of the riff in the opening titles is like a sequenced patch in there. Listen, not a lot of thought went into this. It was like kind of one finger, ding, 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 ding. Oh, that sounds good. I'll put some drums to that, and maybe a bass line, and there you go. Bob's your uncle, and there's the opening titles. And then the closing titles, again, OBE, but that was just me. I was playing around with one of the opening patches, and I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be something that refers to the Blue Nile. And it was just me doing chords. And
Is it called the Blue Nile?
Chords. It's called something like, yeah.
It's called the Blue Nile, I believe.
It might just,
the opening
might just
patch,
be
isn't it?
Nile. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, this is lush. And so I was just playing these chords, and I just happened to record it, and then I came to do to put some music on there. And I thought, oh, that's nice. That's kind of gentle and sees you out at the end of the evening. So that's all they are. Maybe I should do full-length versions of them and release them as a hit single.
That would be a good thing to do.
It'd
Well,
be
a
Christmas
single
number
anyway.
one in Latvia or something.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, by the way, I've just remembered Jason. I was going to show Jason. I was going to whip my big red knob out for Jason tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that is a big red knob.
I'm going to give it a bit of a
there.
clean up. Look, it's a bit dirty. Look at that.
What have you done to it?
I did nothing to it. This is how you gave it to me on.
I thought it
on
was
Saturday
clean when I
last
gave
week.
it to you.
You just ripped it off something in your garage and shoved it in my hand. As the
Wouldn't be
actress
the
said
first
television.
time.
So there you go, Jason. Jason, if you want that sooner, I don't know if Jason's watching
It'll
now or
cost
on
ya.
catch up. If you want it soon, yeah, it'll cost you, mate.
Cost
It'll
you, mate.
Yeah. But if you want it sooner, I will clean it up and send it in the post if you so wish. If not,
Can I
I'll
make-
see you
make
in
a
Norwich
point?
in February.
Yeah.
Don't post it.
Oh, okay.
This is the time of year when stuff like that
Gets broken.
vanishes and you never see it again.
I would stick it in something rather larger than a little jiffy
Don't
bag.
matter. No, all registered post stuff from Ty, for instance, to me for my birthday. Nothing.
Well, same here. Yeah, I'll send
Vanished.
you a card
Oh, yours arrived a day late
day late.
after doing all the extra.
after paying extra.
No, we've
Did you
had
get
synthesizers
the gold
disappear.
bars? Did you
No.
get the gold bars I
No.
sent?
No, honestly, we've had synthesizers vanish. We don't ship in December.
No, that's a fair point. All right, Jason. I won't send it to you. Simple as that. I got a bit upset because I got my new Pink Floyd Blu-ray today, and Amazon said it was out for shipping, they said it'd been dispatched, but they hadn't actually said it was out for delivery. And then all of a sudden, I got a message on my Alexa about 6 o'clock this evening, saying you have a package arriving. And then like 2 minutes later, there's a knock at the door, and it's the guy. So I have my Pink Floyd to listen to this weekend. What I didn't mention when we were talking about merchandise was, look what I've got here, albeit still in its wrapping.
Hey,
Hey, look at that! It's a ProSynth network.
remember to take that
illuminated
protective film off.
I know, but I don't want to do that because I've got I've got a sack full. I've got about half a dozen here. We've already sold one to Matt, but they exist, and look, they exist outside of Kent's house. So they are illuminated.
Good God!
Look at that.
Incidentally, Fiona started set up to make some more circuit boards for them.
Okay.
And she was supposed to be doing that most of this week.
But
So she sent the files are stored on the machine anyway. But she fired up the machine and it went clunk, machine locked. Right. She's been on to Makera all week, and you're not going to believe it. This will sound familiar, Robbie.
Go on.
The flash card is corrupt.
Oh, really?
You're joking.
Yeah.
Something about flashcards.
And you have to take the machine apart to get to the flash card.
Wonderful.
Jeez.
So I've had that apart, got the flash card out, and they've sent a new image to put on said flash card. But I told her to order another flash card anyway, just in case. So it was supposed to be making them this week, and that's all been.
So these could be more limited edition than we first thought.
Well, no, because we got to get the bloody thing working again. It costs $5,000 for Grock.
Well, yeah, quite.
Yeah, so but there will be more.
Asking, where do you buy one? You will be able to buy these on the merch store. We have to set things up a little bit differently, and I was going to try and do it this week, but I'll probably get to do it in the next week or so. So
it'll be an interesting test, won't it?
Yes.
To see how you add stuff to the merch store.
There is an option for self-dispatching merchandise, so that's what we're going to use that. You can look there. It's not there yet, but it will be there at some point in the very near future, and there'll be an announcement when that happens. But yeah, that's where you'll be able to buy them. If we have any left over, we'll bring them to one of the shows.
Southwest.
Icing the Body Electric wants to know, can I also tell him about the other version? Oh, the other version of the... Yeah, so I did another version, which is a bit more up-tempo, and it was kind of a Pet Shop Boys kind of vibe, I think.
Oh, okay.
And, I think I might have played it at some point online, and Icing has... definitely got to be in their bonnet about it and wants me to finish it, which I ought to, but the thing is I get distracted and I go and start other things. So yeah, I will at some point maybe do that, and we'll have that as an alternative.
Did you think any more about my suggestion?
I was just about to say that you'd had this suggestion, and yeah, Kent's suggestion was that maybe we have some kind of not competition or contest, but just to encourage people to make music, is to maybe create their own closing titles to the show, and we'll play them as and when we get them. The only problem is I have to then completely re-edit the titles and put the music in there as well. But
get AI to do it.
Whatever. Yeah, quite. So there you go. There's that. And then at Custom Sonics, which Fairlight Orc hit do I use at the end? And that's of course at the end of the opening titles. That is, if I'm being specifically accurate here, is Orc 2.
I always thought it was Orc 1.
No, everyone thinks it's Orc 5.
5?
That's the common one.
Yeah,
that's the common mistake.
Yeah,
is
that's
it's
the
called
common
Orc
one.
5.
Yeah.
It got called Orc 5 somewhere, and then it just kind of stuck. But it was actually in the original factory library. It's Orc 2, which is the Stravinsky
one. Oh, Stravinsky.
Yeah,
That's the only one it would read.
Yeah. So that's the one. That's the one that's used. That's the classic. And yes, it did come from a Fairlight. So that's all in there. There you go.
Excellent.
Well, that's killed a bit of time, which I think is
You've
probably
done pretty well.
good.
40 minutes, mate.
It's not bad, is it? It's not
Time
bad.
to go now. Bye.
See ya.
Icing says it was very PSB. It was beautiful. You played it on Kent's pub. Oh, well, thank you very much. I don't think I've had any of my pieces of music called beautiful. I'm going to tell you a
Didn't
little
get a
story
copyright
now.
for that one either.
No, exactly.
First time I've ever played a bit of music on the pub that didn't get
Not
one.
copyright, yeah. I had this really, really, really incredible experience last night. I went out on my, we call it a Christmas do, basically. Everyone that works in this, for the company I work for, that's in this country, pretty much is home-based. We're remote-based. We used to have a big depot about an hour from here with some offices, and they shut that down a few years ago, and we all, I was already remote anyway, but everyone else got made remote working. So we don't see each other, so we get together once a year at Christmas, and we pay for our own Christmas meal, basically. And anyway, we've gone to Cambridge, there's a dozen of us there, we're drinking, we're eating, we go back to the railway station to catch the train home. And as I'm walking to get on my train, which is very shortly leaving, I hear a voice behind me go, Robbie Puricelli. And I was like, the fuck? I'd had a few. I was in my head. And he says, hi, Robbie, how are you? And I'm like, who said that? And there's these two railway workers, in their resplendent in their maroon and grey uniforms, that is the colours around it.
Yeah.
And one of them's looking directly at me and smiling. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Because I do get this a lot when I go to shows and stuff. People will come up because they know me from this, but I don't know them. So I thought it was just somebody, maybe it was a viewer. And I said, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to remind me who you are. And he told me his name, and the penny dropped straight away. I've not
Your
seen
ex-wife.
my ex-wife. Yeah, my ex-wife is
Yeah.
now geezer.
Hello,
No,
Robbie.
Stephen. I used to go to school with Stephen. The last time I saw him was probably December 1982. Oh, no,
good Lord.
December
Yeah.
1983. 1983.
Wow.
And we used to play drums together in the music studio at high school. I was only at that school for a year, so I'm surprised that anybody remembers me. But he remembered me, and I had to rush to get my train, but I was just like so delighted. It was just like completely out of the blue, and I love things like that. So I don't know if Stephen's watching, because I was wearing PSN attire last night, but it was really great to see it, and we must catch up. But yeah, it was an awfully long time ago that I last saw him, but it all came flooding back. So yeah, there you go. Just an interesting, pleasant little piece of serendipity.
Have you seen this man will appear on British Rail posters?
43 years ago.
Yeah.
Was that 43 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
I know.
42, 42,
I mean,
yeah.
wish you were
Bloody
here.
hell.
50 years old. Got this come through yesterday. The latest copy of Electronic Sound magazine. Kraftwerk Radioactivity at 50. What?
Oh, God's sake.
Are you kidding me? Fine Young Cannibals have just released an anthology collection because they're 40 years old, as in, they came out in 85. The heck?
Yeah. I know.
Beethoven stole my lunch once.
I know, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I used
while we're
to go to
plugging
school
things, by the
with
way,
God.
go and get your copy
You know
of
that.
this. Go and get your copy of this, which is the
Oh,
Alan R.
yeah.
Perlman Foundation album.
Yes.
This is the CD.
Yeah.
2 discs. It's got loads of great people on there, such as Martin Gore, John Fox. I arranged that John Fox track. Steve Roach, Gabriella Benavides, Lisa Belladonna, Panic Girl, Moot Booksley. Some David Mash is on there. Loads of great people. You can go and buy that now. It's a limited edition, but you can buy that on the Alan R. Perlman Foundation Bandcamp page. It's very, very good. Right, I suppose we better do some news and stuff.
Really?
What, there is some?
Yeah, there is some.
Wow.
Good Lord. Go on then.
We're talking about things that are coming back that we haven't seen for a while. Well, I think this is probably one of the best ones to have made a reappearance in recent years. Absynth's back.
Some synths give you what you expect. Predictable. Ordinary. But some are designed differently. They lead you to ideas that keep you up at night. To sounds you can't yet comprehend. Textures that you can feel, that move, breathe, and evolve beyond your imagination.
See, it's unmuting itself again, so I'm not going to have that accusation levelled at me any longer. Absynth 6 is back, and this, I think it caught a lot of people by surprise. They didn't think that this would happen. Native Instruments cancelled Absynth 5, as it was back then, 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, in fact. And it... oh dear. Sorry, I've got to put this up here. Oh, you put it up and then I took it down. You know why they killed this product? Because it needed to take a leave of absinthe.
Oh.
What do we think? Drums, trumpet, or crickets?
I think it should be take a drink.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
I haven't got one of those.
I'll give you time.
Absynth.
You can have one of those. You can have,
Go
you
on
can have
then.
a dub siren. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Al.
That clean the pipes.
So Absynth has been around for. I mean, I've got another story about this that kind of dates me and it. It's been around for, I think it's almost 20 years ago. I think Absynth. It was, or something like this. It's crazy old.
2002, 3.
Something. It was
Something
around
like
about that time. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
good 20 odd years old.
Good old while.
And it worked up to version 5, and then it stayed at version 5 for a long while, and it just kind of like got to the point where everyone was thinking, yeah, this is not good. And then Native Instruments just over 3 years ago said, yeah, we're pulling the plug. Much to many people's dismay, they were hoping, I think, secretly that it would get an update. Such was the uproar, I imagine, that Native Instruments thought, maybe we're missing a trick here. And so, in conjunction with the original designer, Brian Clevenger, they brought Absynth back, and it's now at version 6. It is an incredible instrument. I was very lucky to be a tester for this, and that's a bit of a stretch because I don't think I could get my head around it the last time I used it. But I have to say the interface on this is, in my opinion, nicer and better and easier, although it's still a very complex, powerful instrument. It is just, I mean, it's one of those instruments you can't really pigeonhole because it just does something that nothing else really quite does. And Brian's vision for Absynth is still fully intact. As you can see here, it's 179 pounds. I believe it's 199 euros and dollars. But you can update from previous versions for just 89 pounds or 99 euros stroke dollars. So they are recognising there's a big user base already out there that will want to upgrade. The interface is delightfully kind of pretty much straightforward, but they've got this new, as you can see here, this new kind of browser explorer where sounds of kind of similar styles are kind of next to each other, and you can move through them. It's a lot of fun to move around through all of those presets. Talking of the presets, Absynth 1 through 4 presets are all in here. You can import your Absynth 5 preset. I think you can also import your 4 presets, 4 and 5. But 1 to 3 are kind of just like built in. And then, of course, you've got all the new ones, including presets from Brian Eno and others.
Wow,
no less.
yeah.
Some really amazing sounds in here. I mean, there's just we could go into huge amounts of detail. I won't for 2 reasons. 1, there's a lot of it, and 2, I don't fully understand all of it, to be completely honest. Polyphonic aftertouch and MPE built in from the ground up. So this is, I've been playing this with the Osmos, and it's incredible. You just switch that MPE on, and it's, whoa, this is amazing. Subtractive synthesis, FM, wavetable, granular sampling, wave morphing. Yeah, I mean, it's just a massive, and that's no pun there, just a massive, brilliant instrument. Of course, NKS built in as well. It's a brilliant thing. I was playing through the presets a couple of months ago, just going through one by one, and then I heard one, and I thought, I recognise that. That sounds like something I wrote. And you know, when you hear something, you think, I wrote that. I'm sure I wrote that. So I was playing it, and then going through my catalogue of compositions, and found the composition. But it was in an old format, and all I'd got that was playable was a WAV file. So I played the WAV file, and sure enough, there was that patch that I was playing on the brand new version of Absynth. But the patch on Absynth was playing faster than the one. So what's going on here? This is a little bit weird. And for some reason, thankfully, I had recorded that piece of music I wrote with that patch as a screenshot, as a screen grab of Ableton Live that I was using at the time. And lo and behold, that sound was from Absynth 4. And then I remembered I had Absynth 4. And I'd never bothered upgrading it. I think I just got very confused with it. But I found that one patch and wrote a whole piece of music around that patch. So all the memories start come flooding back there. It's a very nostalgic show tonight. But yeah, that's what it is. And this is just incredible. I've had so much fun. This great video, this video here with Brian going through his new creation is well worth a watch. As you can see there's some pretty impressive people behind some of the factory presets. Of course, you've got Brian Eno on the left, Richard Devine on the right, and Caitlin Aurelia Smith in the middle. Yeah, it's just great. And you can try it free as well. So, I don't know. Ken, did you ever use Absynth? Was that ever in your toolkit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Absolute.
of course.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't sample based, so I didn't know.
Yeah. No. I'm not adverse to sample base as long as it is in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've used Absynth quite extensively, actually. In fact,
The instrument or the drink?
both.
I wonder what it would be like to use Absynth after drinking some Absynth.
Oh, don't honestly. Because when the plants start talking to you, mate, it's really unsettling.
The internet will break.
Yeah. So it's always been a lovely synth. I used to use it in conjunction with my Korg Oasis a lot. The two of them were very complementary to each other. And I mean, damn it, that's something else I've got to buy tonight.
Well, if you've still got a license code on your NI account, you can upgrade.
Yeah, almost certainly. Let's just hope that Native Access can actually download it.
Oh, yes, yeah, it's fine.
And then go, no, sorry, can't install that.
It's about 2.65 gig, I think. So it's not massive.
Oh, no, it's tiny. That's fine. It's a bish, bash, bosh.
2.5 gigs is tiny. Do you remember when it wasn't? When we thought,
Yes, I know.
2.5 gigs, are you nuts?
Well, look, I've downloaded, we were working it out this morning, I've downloaded so far 14.5 terabytes since Saturday.
And is that just the front wing paint design or something?
No, honestly, it's just, we ended up, I typed into Google, what was it? Libraries, audio libraries, and then just started clicking on each one in turn and then seeing if I had an account with them, and I found an additional 73 libraries I didn't know I owned. And
Well,
some of
all
them
I
big
can say is
quiet ones.
I'm just delighted that your computer is still working after Matt came and flushed it out, literally.
Yeah, well done, Mike.
He
Matt.
he just poured Domestos all over it and just set fire to it.
Yes.
It seems to have done the trick, though.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. Yeah. Andrew, ever used this before or plan on using it?
I have, like you, I was a bit, it was deeply complicated, and I think I was busy using other things, probably hardware. But I'll tell you what I love about this. Do you remember just a few weeks ago we reviewed the latest version of Omnisphere?
Yes.
And it had a feature which was you could morph between, you could take a sound and press morph and it would generate a new sound based on that and whatever.
Yeah.
This does that, but on steroids. And this whole preset browsing thing is actually quite astonishing. And here's why. One of the problems we've got with all the synths that are coming out is they're getting more and more complex. And this was already something which we kind of looked at. I know a lot of us looked at and went, I don't know.
Yeah. That's my hair.
And I think what's brilliant about this is this allows you to explore and find all those different sounds without knowing, using the morph thing to create with all the different parameters. Do look at the video, by the way, that Robbie suggested. And it will create all these new versions of things. And then you can save those and you can go in and look at all the stuff. You still have the really deep dive thing, but as is always the case with these things, if you can hear the sound and see what's being done, you learn it really fast, and you can do your own little bits of sound design just using the knobs at the bottom.
Yeah, well, those macros at the bottom are one of my favourite things, because it does. Yeah. If you're not really ready to deep dive into it, there's just 8, I think, of those buttons that you can just mess around with. And next to that is an MPE button, and you click that on and you start playing on some of the MPE stuff, and some of the motions, say for example on the Osmos, are already mapped to some of those macros, and so it just it's brilliant.
Really, and I think that's why this is such a good synth, because there's lots out there, and this is more complex than quite a number of them, I think, in lots of ways. But the fact that you can browse through it makes it really user friendly. And one of the biggest issues we all have is we've got lots and lots of plugins, but how do we find the sound we want? This is one of the best interfaces for browsing sounds I've ever seen. I think it's a really, really clever thing.
It's great that I just think it's great that Native Instruments have had the foresight, and I guess somebody somewhere had to. I don't know if the person that made the decision or persons that made the decision to nix this back in 22, whether they're still with the company or not, and whether they actually said, do you know what, we made a mistake, and we hold our hands up. Let's bring it back, but let's bring it back better than it was before, and let's include Brian in the whole process as well. It just feels completely natural for them to have done this, or whether maybe that was the plan all along.
I'm not sure if they did make a mistake. I mean, I think what's interesting, I think Steve Elbows mentioned this in the chat as well. I think they've completely rewritten the code, and it does have a bunch of new features. Especially the whole the whole ambient binaural whatever thing as well going on. So this is good, but it's just that interface for being able to find your way around and browse sounds makes this an absolute killer. And yes, I'm of course I'm going to get this. It's
I wonder
just a stonking thing.
I don't like to hypothesize, I think is the word I'm looking for. But maybe they deliberately killed it off 3 years ago because they wanted to bring it bang up to date. And maybe Brian says, well, if you want me to do that, it's going to take 3 years. Or it's going to take a long while. And I don't want to do anything half-assed. So maybe let's kill it off temporarily. I can go off and come up with something new, and then here it is. I don't know. I'd maybe just make.
I think in the video he mentions he's only been working on it for a year. But but this time round there was a whole team, because remember when he started it was this time there was a whole team. But maybe that's right. Maybe they did something clever, which has make us all miss it, and by missing a generation, as it were, by making it disappear, now it's come back. We're all going, ooh, look at that, realizing just how brilliant it is. Yeah. No,
it's definitely good to have it back, and I get it more now. I remember when I had version 4, it was like, I don't understand this. I'm just going to flick through the presets, and I found a few that I liked, and that was that, and I never went beyond. Now, I mean, I tell you, when they sent this to me, the first thing I was trying it out on was things like the Polybrute 12 with the MPE on that, and the Hydra synth as well. And then, of course, when the Osmos rocked up the other week, I was like straight in there, and that's when it really comes into its own with that as well. So, it's been a lot of fun playing with that. So, Native Instruments have brought back Absynth 6. It's available now to download. There is a free trial. But if you're upgrading from a previous version, it's £89 or $99 euros. Or if you're buying brand new, it's £179 or $199 euros. And you can say demo it as well if you are skeptical in any way. It's a brilliant thing. Well done, Native Instruments. That's probably the best thing they've done in my book in some while. So
I agree.
Very, very good. I tell you what, seeing as we have got some time, let's play some sounds. There is a video. There's obviously quite a few videos about this on the Native Instruments YouTube page, but there was a video. Did I upload it? Yes, I did. Here are some sounds. If you've never experienced Absynth before and you want to know the kind of ballpark, and it's a very big ballpark, have a listen to some of these. We won't play the whole lot, but have a listen to some of these. Almost got me.
Almost.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, the variety of stuff. If anybody says to you, what does Absynth do? It'd probably be easier to say, what it doesn't do. And then even then, it doesn't do an awful lot that, it's just incredible. Such a wide variety. You can do very simple stuff to massively complex and bonkers things with it. It's just an incredible instrument. So very, very glad to see that is back in the toolkit. So there you go. That is Absynth from Native Instruments, available now. Right, let's see, what else have we got? Oh, we got some new, some others. It's a bit of a software week, so if you're a hardware nerd, unfortunately, we got a little bit, but it's mostly software this week. Let's talk about this. I don't think I had a short enough video on this. So, Yuhi have made a couple of announcements this week, the first of which was the arrival of the release candidate for Zebralet 3. Zebralet is a single oscillator version derived from the core of the Zebra 3 instrument, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But Zebralet 3 is more like, let's test this and let's see what people can come up with before we give them the whole full Zebra 3 experience. The beauty of Zebralet 3 is that it is completely free of charge. So you can get in there and mess around with an amazing piece of software synthesis with a whole bunch of presets from the likes of Howard Scar and many more besides. Spline-based editing with the oscillator, dynamic toolbox borrowed from vector graphic apps. It's very complex, but sounds incredibly good. So that is now available as a free download. It now incorporates also their new license card system. So instead of having to do kind of call response stuff or weird stuff with your iLocks, you have this license card system. And basically, it's like a credit card, but it's a virtual credit card that is an image, and embedded in that image are your license details. And all you got to do is whenever you install a compatible Yuhi synth, you use the license card to authorize it. So it's as simple as that. But the other news is, and we'll talk about both of these, I guess, in conjunction, is that Zebra 3 itself has now entered public beta. It's not finished. There are bugs. There are things that need to be addressed. For example, the CPU usage is still a little bit high on it, but they're working on that. But the public beta is now open. And yet again, you can go in and you can download this free of charge. They'll give you a beta license, which will last as long as they feel is necessary until the main product is released. So if you get on the public beta now, you can buy this and pre-order the full version with this fairly significant discount. I think it's at €179 rather than $249, which I think the full price will be in the future. So lots of activity going on there. There's your virtual license card system, which you should read about if you are doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a Zebra world. at the moment with Yuhi, with Zebralet and the public beta of Zebra 3. I've had Zebralet, been messing around with it for some while because it's been out for a year or two at least. But I haven't really dug into Zebra 3 yet, although I have downloaded the beta. But Zebralet 3 freeware, completely free of charge. Kent, I know you're a Zebra fan, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Yes. Have you had a chance? Have you played with Zebralet?
No, mostly downloading.
Okay.
I've downloaded both.
Yeah.
And got me virtual card, which is always good. Which is a bit like my iLock because I can't bloody find it. It's somewhere. Yeah, and so yeah, good things. Good things. I must admit, I'm a bit pedantic when it comes to Zebra. I tend to only use the Howard Scarred presets.
They are very good.
Yeah, well, you see how he speaks to me. Do you know what I mean? His sounds, I go, yeah, I want to use those sounds.
Knowing you both, I can understand that.
Yeah, I love his sounds. I love what he does with them. So, yeah, it goes along with the rest of it because I got Dark Zebra and I got this, that, and Zebra this and Zebra that.
It's a whole menagerie, isn't it?
It is a plethora.
It is, yeah.
Nice word for a Friday, isn't it? Plethora of Zebra products. So, and Repro, was it Repro, isn't it?
Repro,
well.
yeah.
And all that. So yeah, I've always been a user of them. Love them. Beautiful instruments.
I had the privilege of watching Howie program a patch on Zebralet. Was it last year at Super Booth in their tent?
Year before.
Did he have the cane and the pointed hat on when he was doing it as well?
Yeah, and his wizard's outfit. Yeah. No, it was great. It was great watching. Yeah. Him show, and that it wasn't a pre-planned thing. It wasn't like he said, "I'm going to do this." He was just saying, "What if I do that? Let's see what." And sometimes it would go a little bit wrong, and he would just carry it and do it, and it was It is a great thing to watch. They won't be at NAMM this year. I've been told, or Harry told me the other day. They're not going to be at NAMM, but they will be at Super Booth, and hopefully, you never know, the Zebra 3 might be finished by May of that year. Andrew, have you tried this at all?
Yeah, I downloaded it this afternoon. I downloaded it and ran it up through Cubase, and despite all the preparation for it going bang and crackling and doing all the things that you expect this kind of beta to do, you know what? It performed pretty much flawlessly. There's a very long list of known issues if you go to the download page, but it performed flawlessly. And there's two observations. One is, several observations. As with Absynth, this is different again. This does things entirely differently and is an astonishing sounding instrument. And just the sound of it, there's this, it's not fizzle because that would imply it's got noise at the top end, but there is a ziz at the, there is, it sounds like it's the most expensive piece of audio hardware or software in the world. It's just astonishing. Like Kent, I really love Howie's patches, but a friend of mine I've known for years now, and I got him in to do some design work when I was at EMU. A guy called Lawrence Rapiccioli, who I've mentioned before. He goes under the name of Arcsun. He's done a lot of the presets for the factory presets for 3. And I've just been checking some of those out as well. Kent, you've got to check him out. You've got to check out Lawrence Rapiccioli or Arcsun. His presets, you'll just wet yourself. They are exactly in your kind of thing, and he's a very, very talented man. In fact, he's one of those talented people that, I kind of started off helping him out, and now I look at him and what his sound design is, and I just go,
Yeah.
He's a very, very clever man, and he's got a feel, and the sounds he's doing. Check them out, really, Ken. Check them out. They're astonishing. Great instrument. I love this instrument.
Yeah. It's a very highly respected and well thought of. But Zebra 3 has been in development for like eons, hasn't it? It's
15 years now. 15 years.
Yeah.
Or 14 years. Yeah, 14, 15 years. Long time.
Stuff. But it's a good one. And I know there's more to come, not from Yuhi, but from other manufacturers. This year end in software synthesis is I think we kicked off with things like Omnisphere 3. We've had Absynth 6. We've got Zebra 3 public beta and stuff. Yeah. There's more to come, kids, and it's going to be good. Yeah. But more on that at the appropriate time. So there you go. Yuhi, I think thank you, Steve, for posting the link in the chat. I suppose I ought to use the newfangled what's it's. That's it here. So
what's it's?
Yuhi, there we go. Scan that code right there, or up there if you're watching on the vertical. Scan that code, and that will take you to the UHE or UHE. Oh, Yuhi. Just Yuhi. Anyway, yes, go and check those out. Let's have a look at another piece of software, and of course, this one is completely free of charge, and we do have a video trailer. It's a short one, but this is Soul. This is from the team at Dawson, who have been making some rather cool software instruments of late. I don't know why this is. There we go. So Dawson. This is made in conjunction with Chris Bryant, who goes under the moniker of Signs of Life, and it's basically a granular reverb effect. Essentially, I know we've probably had our fill of shimmer, but this has a little bit more to it. It's kind of nice. I know Scotty pointed this out to me midweek, and it has some interesting features. So you've got the Explorer mode, which locks the dry wet dial when switching presets. There's a panic button should things get too shimmery. Dry and wet blend, which is very nicely done with the kind of solar eclipse thing going on there, and then just some very basic granular controls over there, and clouds and space and color over on the right hand side. It's a pretty straightforward thing to use, but it does sound really, really nice. So if you're looking for something that gives you those effects, and you don't want to pay anything for it, this is your man. It's rather nice. Did you try this, Andrew, at all?
I did. Again, I downloaded it in the week, and I've been playing around with it. Let's ignore for a moment the granular stuff, the glitter, the shimmer, and all of that stuff. Just focusing on clouds, which is the amount of reverb, and space, which is the length, and then colour. It's a stunning reverb. It's a stunning reverb just by itself. It's really, really good. Then the granular effect, it's brilliant, but it's free, but the granular thing, it's doing kind of like delays which are pitched and doing all these things, and that's great. But I'm not sure what the time thing is on those delays. I mean, they sound beautiful, but I haven't yet worked out whether or not I can control those delays or slow them or speed them up or bring them closer together. Maybe that's about the granularity or whatever. But it sounds bonkers and wonderful and delicious, and half the time you're just having to turn it down so much just to get a hint of it. And that hint just brings things to life. It's a really beautiful thing, and it's free. I would pay good money for this, and if they're going to do a charity thing, I'm going to be giving some money to charity anyway. If they do a charity thing, I'd donate for this every day of the week. What
I like about this is it is the full-blown thing. It's not a trial version. It's not a cut-down version. It's a full thing. And there is no sign-up. You know, a lot of the time, the cost is your email address in exchange for you going on their mailing list. Nothing like that at all here. You just download it and you install it, and then boom, done. So that's nice to see. But Dawson have been doing, they've kind of been living up to their name, mostly, without the D, putting out some really good stuff this year. And this is just another one of those things. Ken, you're a sucker for a good reverb. I know that.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Have you been able to try this, or
Anybody's for a
does
good
this
reverb.
appeal?
Yes, I've got this.
Yeah.
I downloaded it. One proviso: the 80 didn't really get on with it. So for
Okay.
all these, for all the CS80 owners over there, there isn't any. So don't worry, it's cool. Get it.
Yeah.
Because everything else in here, it loved. It loved, and they got on really well. And it's nice. Do I have a lot of reverbs? Yes. Did I need another one?
Does the
Yes.
Pope wear a hat and a funny dress?
Yeah, exactly. So no, because the 80 is pretty. Well, I'm particular about how I want the 80 to sound, so that there's probably more that than soul. But yeah, I found it to be. It's nice, and it's nice and simple and straightforward and quick to use, and it's you can mess around with it.
I tried it with a Vangelis type of patch from the GX80 earlier, and I have to say, I mean, given that sound is it did sound quite good, but it took a lot of setting up to get it just in the pocket, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think probably using something like Valhalla would have got me there quicker. But the fact that it could do that, I was just, I was blown away by it. I thought it was really... What else did is it Steve Elbow says something about Love, the Love plugins or something? Is that right?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about something
Another one of
completely
theirs.
different. No, you're right. It is. They do.
It's on the
There we
prowl.
go.
All you need is love.
That's it.
They've done some really, really cool
Yeah,
things.
I've got that one.
I've got
that.
Myth, which is very nice. And what's the other one I've got? I did buy another one based on... But yeah, there's some really nice stuff that they've done here, and it's fairly simple and straightforward.
Yeah.
And it's not ridiculously expensive. But it's some very nice stuff.
Oh, it was Abyss I got. That's right. I got Abyss. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, so there's some nice stuff in their repertoire. But yeah, I just thought that Soul was just a cracking little nice freebie at the end of the year, which is all nice, very nice. Yeah, contrast is this. It says not another wavetables. It does wavetables differently, but Myth. I liked Myth because it's this resynthesis stuff, and I do have a little soft spot for resynthesis. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
But they're doing some really good work, so it's nice to see them carrying that on. And of course, as Steve says, as he always does, when things do this, their synth support MPE, which is very good.
Which is always a good thing.
Indeed.
Great thing.
Indeed. Right, let's have a look and see. First of all, let's bring that off there. So we've done Zebra and Zebralet. We've done Dawson. Let's do this other freebie first. Actually, talking of freebies, we might as well mention this because I think this is a cracking little deal. Soundtoys are doing 12 days of Soundtoys. Now, unfortunately, if you haven't been collecting these since December the 8th, you won't be able to get the first two that were released on the 8th and the 10th. But the third one, they're giving away 6 of their plugins every other day from the 8th to the 19th. So on, I can't remember what the first two were now, but the third, the one today, I think is Echo Toy. Which is a nice little echo plugin. Their
That's
effects
a great
plugins
plugin.
they're really, really good. But you've got to claim it on the day. So you need to go to soundtoys.com/12-days-of-soundtoys. Go there and click on Get Today's Free Plugin, and you'll get today's free plugin. There's no going back, though. Unfortunately, these buttons here, I thought, maybe you can just go back and click on the date and get the other one, but you can't. So if you haven't been collecting these already, go and get them now. But yeah, Soundtoys plugins are very highly regarded, and they're giving 6 away free. So every other.
Is there a link for that? Oh, there it is. Steve's popped it in there. Great
so
stuff.
and if you've already got it, it tells you. So if the one that they're giving away for free is already in your library, they say, "Oh, you've already got this." So you won't be installing and downloading unnecessarily. Even easy for me to say. There you go. So
which
I
was
thought I'd
just as
mention
well.
that. Yeah, there's some really good. I do like this time of year. I mean, the whole Black Friday thing gets a little bit tedious, but some companies do some really nice little gifts and things at the end of the year, which I always think is very nice.
Because I came across this. I think it was Tuesday afternoon.
Messy.
Yeah. Well, didn't have any socks. Anyway, and I clicked on the first one, and he went, "Oh, you've already got this." And I clicked on it, "You've already got this." Or the third one, then, "You've already got this." I went, "You've already got." And I went, "Hang on a minute." So I signed in, and I went, "Oh, I bought the collection, didn't I? About 10 years ago." Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll download them while I'm here.
Oh dear.
Almighty. I thought, "Oh, free." Now I've
Yeah.
already bought them.
Yeah. Well, I've only come across one at the moment, one of the Soundtoys ones that I've already got.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've had a couple. Yeah, little was it Radiator today? I thought that was.
Radiator
I thought it
today,
was-
yeah.
I thought was it Echo? I thought it was Echo Toy today. Let's have a look. Let me just try. Oh, it is Radiator. I hush my mouth.
Yeah.
Hush your mouth.
Maybe Echo Toy was the one yesterday. Anyway, give it a go. But you've got to do it on the day. So today is Little Radiator. The next one will be on Sunday. So just keep that tab open in your browser.
No, I've already got it.
Okay. Right. Talking of freebies, should we have talking about another freebie?
Go on then.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something I haven't
then-
got.
And then we'll talk about some hardware. Let's see. Let me get the right page up here because. So, two things came out. One's free, one's not. But you don't need one to use the other, if you know what I mean. So the first free thing is this from Gulf Coast Synthesis, or GCS for short. This is a thing that is called the Strum plate.
Oh, God.
And it's a very simple plugin, which of course has at the bottom there a Strum plate. And all you got to do is, this is a MIDI effects plugin. So you just load it into however you load your MIDI effects plugin. So for example, in Logic, there's a separate slot for them. In stuff like Pro Tools, I think you just load it above the instrument you then want it to control. And then you can basically strum across that plate, a bit like omnichord is the word I was looking for. And you can strum that with your mouse. I believe you can also allocate it to other controllers, so you can just strum through using maybe your mod wheel or something. But you can strum through, and you don't have to have. You can use this with any plugin. So anything that you think might benefit from strumming, you can use this with. And I do believe somewhere I might have a video. Pretty, isn't it? That's quite nice. So that's Strum plate, but the other thing they've released, which you have to pay for, is the instrument that you saw there on the screen, which is this thing, the GCS Spectral synthesizer. It's $69. You can download a 10-day free trial, and it's an interesting plugin because you basically draw your sounds on the screen. There's a load of presets if you want to start messing around with them. But you basically draw your sounds onto the screen. I can't remember if I actually... here we go. I've got a video for that as well. I kind of like that. I don't know about you. I thought I'd just let that play because it was it's rather pretty, and I've been playing with it. I managed to get a copy, and maybe, as Matt says in the chat, which I thought was rather funny, is this like a Temu Fairlight? Yeah, it kind of.
Except
is.
this turns up.
Yeah, because this turns up and it doesn't break.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cost.
The thing about this, I can see the advantage of having this particular function all in one little box going on. But this is basically note editor in a DAW. You can do this. I can do this in Cubase. I mean, I can draw the things on because I've got the Slate Raven, but you can literally do that.
Yes, but this is. I mean,
but
obviously there's the synthesizer element in
I understand that. I understand that. But I mean, I found it useful
but...
for, like, if you're going to do a harp glissando and you select the harp instrument, hit record and everything, and boing, and it does it for you. You know, it's good. But I can do that in Cubase anyway. But I get it.
Yeah.
But it is literally like a MIDI note editor, self-contained.
I was wondering why this reminded me of something, and then I suddenly remembered Harmonia.
Oh yes,
that which does a very similar thing. It's kind of interesting, but I'm not sure what I'd use it for. This particular one. I mean, it looks. I do like the being able to draw the different partials on screen. I like that. Yeah. Which is it's a bit sort of super duper Fairlighty in that you can draw away. With that you were drawing a waveform. With this you're just drawing each of the partials where you want them. So it's kind of organ-like in a way, as it were. But you've got to tack over, you've got to control over ADSR.
Yeah.
There's something about the sound though that I'm not sure if I do love or not. I can't quite work out yet, but I'm going to try it. Love to hear what you think of it when you get it, Robbie.
This is an interesting element. You can actually drag and drop your own images, and they will form your spectral patterns for you. Now, this is something that Falcon already does and has done for a while, but I thought this was quite interesting. So you just drag your image on, and now you're playing somebody's eyeball. And then you can slow it down and you can mess around with it. Which I thought was, it's cute. And you can do other things. You can drag and drop existing audio on there as well. And just put that in there. You can draw harmonics and noise.
It's a good reason to go to mills.com, isn't it?
What's this one doing? Oh, this is the one we've just seen, yeah. We saw that one. But yes, it's fun. I kind of like that. And yeah, your mileage may vary, as the youth say.
I think it just feels like this is I think it feels like, to me, like I'm quite happy to be wrong. It feels like someone's had this idea in the pub. What if we took a photograph? What if we did that thing that other people have done and did that picture of the eye? Honestly, I was expecting more from it. If you could constrain it so you make the actual values much more, so you can move around, you compress, if you will, all of that, then it would make more sense. But just having it as is, I'm not sure. It's just it looks like a clever thing, but I don't think it sounds that interesting.
It's not blowing. It's not blowing your mind like it would.
I'm sure I've seen something like this before, but 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's not a new thing, and as I said, UVI has a synth engine inside it where you can drag and drop images and create wavetables from images. So it's not a completely new thing.
Yeah,
but it's interesting. I think maybe $69. I know that's not a huge amount of money for a lot of people, but it could maybe if this was maybe 20, 30. Yeah, if this was 20 or 30, it might actually stand a better chance of doing stuff. But marry it up with the plate thing, the Strum plate. I think it could be quite nice.
Will you behave in the chat as well, please? No rover pictures, thank you.
Indeed.
But yes, no, it's interesting, and I have to say I do like the Strum thing. I like that because that's a freebie. It's a MIDI thing, so it'll work with anything. That's kind of cool, and it's free. Again,
I think this must be their first thing because I don't think there's anything else that they do. So it's an interesting way to enter into the world. But yeah. Cool stuff. So I am slightly distracted at the moment because I've got my son and my mum messaging me. Apparently, there's a supermarket who we shan't advertise them, but my son works for them, and they've got champagne at $9.99 a bottle. And my mum's like, "Can I have 2 bottles, please? Can you ask my grandson to get me 2 bottles of champagne?" So I'm sort of like interfacing with those whilst we do the show. It's horribly unprofessional of me. I'm slightly distracted because it's my mother and I better not upset her.
Well,
all the grief I gave her. Anyway, it's cool. We've got half an hour left. What have we got? Have we got anything to fill? We have.
Oh, hello.
Ladies and germs, we actually have some hardware news. I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about this last week or the week before. I'm pretty sure. So if we did, tell me.
It's going to be a short conversation then.
It could be a very short conversation, or we could really get into it.
Okay.
Let's make an announcement. I don't think there was a video for this either because so this company they're called Oddman Audio. They came to Superbooth last year, so 24, with their Grock synthesizer. Now, isn't Grock the name of old Muskie Boys? So I think that's probably why they've changed it. Good call, Oddman Audio. Good call. Because you don't want to kind of have anybody thinking, "Oh, this is." So they've basically come up with what they call a modular grain synthesizer, and it looks a little bit like this. It's a nice little. I kind of like the look of it. I wouldn't care what it does. I kind of like this thin slab of yellow. It's a nice design,
and it looks like it's got a decent sized screen as well.
Yeah, it's very much. Tell you what it reminded me of, and I'm sure you'll agree, is the ELZ1 Play screen. That kind of vertical thing. But it's what they call this kind of modular wavetable synth that isn't really modular. I'm sure we did talk about this because I'm looking at the prices and thinking
you mentioned it, but we didn't go into any depth of it at all.
Well, that's good. So it's kind of modular in a software way, but it's a really nice, very simple interface. There we go. Let's bring this up on screen. Yeah, because the more I do this, the more I think, we did talk about this, or at least mention it. So nice, simple, straightforward interface, and you just mess around with the grains and the playheads, which I love doing that sort of stuff in granular synthesis, especially with samples. And it's just this nice little thing. There is a video here that I think if I share, Let me just squeeze it down just a little bit. We'll have to be quiet when we play this because it won't mute the microphones. But let's get that central. Here we
We like to think of it like a rack of modules based around a unique granular synthesis engine.
These tiny transistors are destined to play a big part.
The idea
in our
of granular
electronic
synthesis
age.
is that you
They
grab
will make
pieces or grains of the
smaller,
sample
more compact electronic devices that will meet
to stretch time, warp pitch, and otherwise do things that aren't possible with sound in the real world.
destined to play a big part.
On the screen, we can see a time frequency plot of the sound called a spectrogram. As I play a note, we see blue rectangles indicating a piece of the sample being played back. We have controls for grain size, spacing between the grains, we have
You get the idea. It's grains, and I love grains, and I love getting new sounds from a tiny sliver of an existing sound, which I think is just dead cool. And I think I always refer to this when we talk about anything that's doing grain or granular synthesis. I remember seeing many years ago when Motu were selling Mac 5, the Mac 5 III, which died and became UVI Falcon. But it just introduced the Urcam granular synthesizer or granular sampler, and they demonstrated it by loading up the opening to Star Wars. You know, they loaded this up and they played it through, and you said, well, yeah, this is Star Wars. And then they slowed it down, and they slowed it down, and they slowed. Well, so they didn't slow it down. They slowed the playhead going through the sample until it just picked out one particular point, and that particular point just generated the most gorgeous pad sound that you could then just play as a pad sound, and then you could save it and do all sorts of wonderful things with it. And I was just fascinated by this. This way of just digging into an existing sound and just picking this tiny sliver and then just broadening it out into a completely new instrument. I thought was incredible. Do you remember there was this thing that was like a football table thing, like with a big screen on it? You're muted, Andrew, by the way. You're waving your hands. We can't hear you. Take the mickey out of him now, Ken. Take the mickey out of him.
All right. Mr. Mute 2.
There you go.
The return.
The return of the mute.
Return of the mute. Return of the mute. There was that video you mentioned. There were two of them opposite each other,
That's
each
it.
with a system which looks like a glass tabletop thing,
foosball
and they were
thing, yeah.
manipulating the grain and the sample size, and then playing chords and things. And I loved that, and I really wanted it, but it looked like it was going to be stupidly expensive. I don't think it ever reached production. This is that.
Yeah.
This is that, and it's in a tiny little form factor, but you have direct control. For everything I'm hearing on this makes me lust after it. And granular synthesis generally is kind of hard and a pain in the ass, certainly in software. I know other people will disagree, but it's a pain. This is really, really cool, and I love the sound of this. I love what it's doing.
It's not
It's
a
a
bad
good
price
thing.
actually either, because they're doing this kind of beta thing that they're expecting to ship in May of this year. Of next year. If you order now, there's 100 units, $795 for that, and you'll get it around May next year. After that, it goes up to $995, and then they're shipping around September, so you have to wait a little while. But it's not a bad price for something that's doing some really, really cool stuff with sound. I kind of like this.
Do we know what polyphony it's going to have?
Was there some spec? Here we go. Product specs. So, connectivity. No, I don't want that. I don't want MIDI or anything. No, so computer storage, there we go, sound synthesis. 4 independent playheads for harmonies, binaural spatialization, 3 envelopes, 4 LFOs, 4 macros for control inputs, layers, voices, and effects. 2 polyphonic layers, each with a 60-second stereo sample buffer.
Polyphonic layers. You see, that makes it. That's good. That's good. Pads and then all sorts of weirdness.
And there's some. It's a very wordy thing. But no, I kind of like this. I know, Kent, you're not a box guy.
I'm not a boxer. I might have been interested in this if the screen was touch.
It's quite small though. It would have been a bit fiddly.
Well, if it had a small whatnot out.
What
small whatnot out?
Yeah, you know the whatnot outs. You know those whatnot outs.
Who makes those?
They go in the thingy.
What, the whatnot 2 or whatnot 3?
I think it's whatnot 9 now.
Ah, right.
Moved on. No, basically because it's all like and kind of.
I think
I don't think it sits in what I do. Put it that way.
As the man that was vandalising your CS80 last Saturday says, at that price point, I'd rather go for a Tasty Chips GR1 or Mega, and that's not a bad point actually, because that's a bigger machine with a big slider on it. It's kind of, it's a nice thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but still, I mean, this is nice.
Wiggy whatnot.
I'm hoping. I mean, this is one of those instruments when you get a press release come through, and in the press release it says, as seen at Super Booth 25. I'm going, I didn't see this at Super Booth. Where the flipping heck were these people? And I must have just breezed right by them. Yeah. I bet you they were in the sports hall place, and it's when you go in there, it's so noisy that your brain, if you get certain frequencies, your brain just and you got to get out. And so I maybe just breezed past them, or they were hidden behind a bunch of modular cables, because that's where most of them reside.
It sounds like the problem was you were taking a wide view of the whole hall rather than getting really granular.
No, I bet you if I go through my footage, my walk around footage, I bet I'll see it, and I'll have gone right past it, and there it is. And I didn't stop to see what that was.
Thing is, this is a cool thing. I mean, it is granular synthesis like this in this way is actually a really cool thing. It's something, going back years, we used to do this with tape, running stuff backwards and forwards and trying to do things with, moving sounds and just trying to essentially cut them up and stretch them and perversely do things with them. This is kind of that, but now, and putting samples into this, whether it's spoken word or whatever, I can see this being a really useful thing for something like DocUs or whatever. I'm gonna, this has given me a whole bunch of ideas. Although the GR1, as Matey Boy says, is
I would end up calling this a Coco, because that stylish way of doing D is doing my bloody head in.
Well, that's the worst thing you can say about it, I think.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I can say about it.
It looks Scottish.
Everything else is great.
Yeah.
It's just that odd, the way it's done. It's Coco, and it's printed upside down. What the hell?
Get your permanent marker and just draw the straight lines down.
Then it'll look worse. No, it'll look worse. It'll look worse.
But I like this. I do like this.
Yeah.
I do like this.
Hopefully they'll be at Super Booth next year, and I'll get to actually play with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah, be nice.
Because it really looks like you just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it with Granular.
Surprises.
Yeah, you can go through a piece and just find anything. Really, I suppose it's very nice. Looking forward to seeing what that one does. I don't think there's. I think that's pretty much it for the news. I'm just going to go and check to see if anything has.
What happened in the last 40 minutes?
Yeah, in the last couple of hours. Yeah. There's some great articles on Gear News this week, I have to say. Not that any ones that I've wrote, but some of my colleagues. There's one for you, Steve Elbows. There's a brand new article on Gear News called 5 of the Best Hardware Synths with MPE. I'd like to get your opinion on that. I didn't write this. This was my colleague Adam. who wrote this. Looking at the Osmos, the Hydrasynth, the Protein, the Behringer UBXA, the Polybrute 12. So some interesting things there.
What, no Rolly?
No, apparently
Have
not.
words.
Also, I did write this. And this is...
What's that, gift ideas?
Well, no, this is my weekly sounds and No, that's coming.
Right.
Weekly sounds and presets. If you want to, if you've just bought Absynth 6 and you maybe haven't got a whole bunch of presets, Ocean Swift, who are doing some pretty cool things at the moment with their sound libraries, have got a collection. They've got 7 Absynth 5 libraries that they've put into one pack, and then knocked 92% off the price. So it's what is it, £9.99? It's ridiculously cheap. Yeah, €9.99. So it's about 7 or 8 quid UK. And there are 785 presets made up of instruments and effects, because that's the other thing with Absynth we didn't really cover, is it also is a great effects unit as well. So it's a real kind of Swiss Army knife. But yeah, they're doing that pack of sounds for just £9.99, which I think is rather good.
Does this run standalone?
Does what run standalone?
Absynth 6.
Yes, there is a standalone version of it,
Yeah.
or you can have it as a plugin.
Oh, according to Woodtown Sound, according to the website, it is a touch screen on the Cocoa.
Ooh. On the Cocoa.
Yeah.
On the Cocoa.
Yeah.
On the Cocoa.
Cacao.
Control.
But you need the special fingers.
You get one of those little style eyes, can't you? Is it
It's chopstick.
Stylus,
Do it with a
chopstick, yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Yes, very
Yeah.
good.
Excellent.
Very good.
Pricey,
yeah,
though.
I think, yeah. Sorry,
Pricing
Yeah.
$7.95 now on special offer. The MSRP for when it launches, I think, is $9.95.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you see, if that was $3.99, I'd buy it. I'd take the risk on it. But
and I mean the Tasty Chips GR1, which I think was the first one that they did, that's about £900. But the GR Mega, which is the next one and is rather nice, that's about £1,1700. But it's an incredible thing. Let me bring this up just for reference, Hill.
I mean, in fairness,
here we
it's
go.
probably, it's a small company and everything else, and it's more expensive for a small company to make something.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But then Tasty Chips aren't exactly huge.
yeah.
But yeah, this kind of works a bit more intuitively, hands-on. There's more stuff, and you've got that big kind of crossfade thing that that moves the playhead through, and a nice big screen on this one as well. But you're looking at 1,650, I think, for one of those.
Yeah, but it kind of looks that.
Yeah,
It looks that.
Especially
It
with
looks
those
like it
wood
would
end
be
cheeks.
that it should be that price. Yeah, exactly.
They do. There's a white and blue version. That's the one. This is the thing. When this was at Super Booth, couldn't get bloody near it.
Yeah.
Could not get near it.
That is a nice looking thing, isn't it? I prefer the black personally, but
Yes,
it's a
yeah,
nice looking thing.
Well, you know that
Yeah.
the trick when you go to these shows, you don't bath for a week. And as you walk up, everybody moves out of your way.
That's the mistake.
That's the mistake you're making.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, but no, I just think it's nice that we're starting to kind of see synthesizers go out and do weird stuff that we haven't really kind of thought of. We're not overdoing it, and there's some good stuff out there. Right, I think. Let me just double check the news again in case there's been any breaking news.
Breaking.
IK
there's a
Multimedia
question.
Mixbox, by the way,
Go on.
which we've championed quite a way in the past. Mixbox is it's like a rack, and then you buy the different effects and you make your own effects rack, and then plug that in. You can get all 22 IK Multimedia Mixbox effects for €30 in the latest Humble Bundle. I don't know if you're aware of the Humble Bundle. I think there's
sounds
a
like a
charity
pseudonym for
element to it
Reverb
as
one.
well. But yeah, it's ridiculously cheap because normally that lot would set you back about £1,500, and you can get all of those for about 30
$30.
something like that. Yeah, humble bundle.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve, I know the Polyvera and the new firmware, but I only got the information about that, I think, yesterday. And so I kind of haven't. Maybe we'll cover the Polyvera next week, the new silver one. There's a new firmware, and they've just released a different coloured version of it. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of, if you're looking for effects, I'm sorry, I haven't shared it. Here we go. Mixbox. It's almost like Reason. In as much as you have a rack and you can just fill it up with anything you want and then use that as an effects chain. So it's quite a cool thing. No, okay.
Oh.
The bundle comes includes some of the most popular tools from their portfolio, such as Mixbox. Oh, there's also other things. Prism Reverb, that's a nice reverb, by the way. Tonex SE, if you're a guitarist. Sample Tank 4, T-Rax plugins as well. And as with every Humble Bundle deal, part of the proceeds will go to a good cause. This time the organisation is Music Will, which promotes music education, will be supported. So you're doing your bit for charity, mate.
Charity.
So, yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that. There's a new Behringer pedal called the Meatball. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what it's covering. Copying, should I say covering? Same thing, I suppose. No idea whatsoever. So didn't cover that. Apologies, Behringer fans. I'm sure there are other channels out there like Take the Fear Out of the Gear, which will give you a much more detailed overview of what the Meatball does. And of course,
it's a real dead ringer for something.
Something like that, yeah. It's an auto wah type of thing. Thank you, Wagyu.
There we go. Someone's asked, did you see there's a question from...
There's a question.
Breathalyzer. There we go.
Is there a better $100 synth than the IK Multimedia Uno synth? I don't know if you can still buy the original Uno synth, because obviously they went from the Uno synth to the Uno synth Pro to the Uno synth Pro X, which are considerably more than £100. But if you, for an analog synthesizer, if you just want a little thing, I've still got mine down there somewhere. It's a pokey little thing for the money. I don't know. Tell us in the chat if you think there's a better hardware analog synthesizer for $100.
I hate to say the B word, but the TB3.
Yeah,
the TB3, you can get that now for 69 quid, something like that.
Can you really?
Good sounding
69?
thing. 69 quid.
Wow.
And yeah,
I've got a TD3. I mean, it does its thing, which is a 303, which is not exactly that difficult.
2 switches for a Jupiter 8.
You can't make, well, I suppose you could make music with them. Depends how you.
Tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
tick, 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 tick. Yeah, a bit better. Yeah, you have to buy the switches, obviously, but.
I tell you what. We mentioned Behringer, but the Behringer MS1.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that has a self-oscillating filter on it as well, which is a bit gnarly. And that's now down to like 149? It might be even less than that. Let's have a look. Behringer MS1. The Mark 1, sorry. No, the Mark 2's are 249. But I'm sure I've seen Mark 1s for less than that. And it's got keyboard on it as well. Proper keyboard, unlike the touch-sensitive thing on the Uno. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, your mileage may vary, as they say. But there's... Yeah, some of those,
Doobs has a question for you, Kent.
What's that, dude?
What's a bath?
Yeah, no, he was right. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Thank you for your donation.
Yeah, there is that.
Kissing the Machine. Festive greetings all. Cheers, PSN.
Hey.
And of course,
Yeah.
we mustn't forget that Icing the Body Electric. Best wishes of the festering season to you all, and to my favourite trio of Christmas puddings. Oi, you corner Christmas pudding. Keep up the good work and sing this. God rest ye, merry
Clearly
gentlemen, and
not me.
Ebenezer
You want to
Spong.
see where I keep my sixpence?
Indeed.
we don't.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed for those donations to Sean and to Icing the Body Electric. What's this here? From Tanith. I need new laptop with Windows, i7 or Snapdragon, bearing in mind cost. Well, I've just taken delivery of not an i7, but the new, is it Core Ultra 7 laptop. It's not all that and a side of fries, I have to say. But then I'm not using it for audio work. But it's not horribly expensive. But I would say, you know what I'm going to say. Go for a Mac. But I haven't tried any of these Snapdragons. I haven't tried a Snapdragon processor, but I'm hearing reasonably good things.
Stay away from the one that Fiona bought. Oh, that sounds awful.
You can, however, get some really good deals on reconditioned, fully serviced and guaranteed Windows laptops. There's like a few places in the UK, in the US and Germany that do them. That will get you really close to that kind of figure. People just don't like using older Windows systems, but if they're reconditioned, they're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Basically anything that's got Toshiba written on it.
Yeah. And to balance that, you can also get some really amazing deals on refurbed Macs as well. Hotspot Macs is one good place. That's where I got my Mac Studio from. I got that like literally half the price of what it was retail, and it was only about a year old, refurbed. So yeah,
really
you can get some really good deals.
Push the boat out a little and get this new Mac Mini.
Is it the M5 chips are supposed to be dropping very, very soon?
Yeah, very soon in the new year.
They are quite the dog's doodahs.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mac Minis are incredible for the price. Was it $599 for the entry level one? And I know Nick Howes, who often watches. I'm surprised I haven't seen him in the chat tonight. Nick swears by his. It's just exceptionally
Whereas
good.
Kent swears at his, doesn't he?
No, but the thing is that the performance figures, apparently it's slapping my Mac Studio about.
Yeah.
Like a little bitch. And it's an eighth of the price.
Thing is, for audio, the Macs just, you're not going to run out of horsepower. They're ridiculously good. M4 is great.
Yeah, they're all good.
M3 is great. You can probably run as much as you need, even on an M2. Honestly, they're really good.
Good question here from Aquatic Borealis. Do you think the Innovation will release a new flagship in the new year now that Summit is getting on a bit and Chris Huggett is no longer with us? Good question. How do you follow somebody like Chris Huggett?
That's true enough.
Yeah, but I hope they do. I'll tell you what I did see the other day that I wasn't aware of. It's either new and I haven't seen it, or it just completely passed me by. Was the Novation Launchpad Pro, which has a built-in sequencer and everything. And because the only reason I found out about it was Starsky Carr put a video up the other day, and I thought, it's because I've got the Launchpad X, which is the 64 button thing. But this has got the sequencer and everything built into it. And I thought, that's not bad. It's a little bit. It's kind of like a budget push.
Yeah.
But I'm still very tempted by Push 3 standalone.
Sounds like a cheap shit.
Wagyu says, "Oh no, click the wrong one." There we go. Uno Synth Pro and Pro X are fun. The Pro X is a lot of fun.
Yeah, very good.
And they finally took on board some of the suggestions about how they power them. The Uno Synth is decent sound, but it's nice and simple. But the Pro X is brilliant.
Is there the Roland S1? Someone I think was posting about
those little
that.
Roland
That's
boxes.
A good little, the little Roland boxes are pretty
P1
good.
or P6 or something.
Yeah. So there's a lot out there.
There is, and there's some nice little things that will fit in your Christmas stockings.
Easy.
As long as you take them off first.
I agree with Andy as well. I mean, I used Windows since the 80s. And after using Windows 11 on Fiona's laptop for 2 hours, I just wanted to throw up in a bucket.
Yeah.
It's now awful.
I'm finding it really, really good. But horses for courses set up.
Well, it's like you're trying to do your work while being bombarded with bloody adverts all the time and crap popping up, and it's all mate.
You can disable all of that.
Go back.
Yeah, but
go
you
back.
Have to
get rid of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to go down that route. We always get suckered into the Mac versus
Roundheads and Cavaliers. Yeah.
They're both good at doing the things they're good at, who's preeminent vacillates from one decade to the next, doesn't it?
I mean, there was what's his face? Is it Jason from the Gadget Show? Do you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think it was Jason. He's got a YouTube channel, and he did a little thing recently about Mac versus PC, and it's still the same. You know, you can buy a powerful PC for a fraction of the cost of a Mac, but Macs will give you a longer shelf life without any need for upgrading or tweaking, because they'll just do what they do for a lot longer. And you have this integrated system, so there's generally less to go wrong. And the whole ecosystem as well works really nicely. But at the end of the day, just buy the thing that works for you, that you can afford, and forget whether it's a Mac or a PC.
Well, you don't get yourself into trouble because, as you can with Windows, and I have done with Windows on many occasions, where Apple tends to be choosy about what you put on it. Windows, you can put any old software on it.
Well, that's
and the next thing you know, go, well, what happened to my registry that was there a minute ago?
Yeah. It was the same thing with iPhone, with iOS and Android. But I remember I used to work for a software company, and all the developers were going, I've got my little Android here, and I can do anything I want with it. And I know, but you can also mess it up if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are encouraged to do that. You go on. I don't know what it's like now, but certainly on the Google Chrome store. No, not the Google Chrome store, the Google Play store. Anybody can put any app up there for sale, whereas the fact that Apple say, you've got to kind of tick our boxes before we put it up there, kind of gives you a bit of peace of mind. But it's a long thing. Yeah, Raspberry Pi for the win. There we go. Raspberry Pi and a bit of, and the Linux distribution on there, and you're away. We're seeing more of that anyway.
I've had
so
this
much more.
Threadripper system for 6 years now. 6 years, and it's still outperforming most everything else out there, and I've not had to change hardware at all. It's a good thing. Well, having said that, no, I did. I had to replace an NVMe drive, but that kind of happens. So yeah, it happens. But I'm still considering getting a Mac just for audio, and particularly for live or anything like that. They're just great systems for
Buy
audio.
what you can afford and what you can use, and be done with it.
And learn to use it to the
it,
max.
Good God, there isn't a lot of news this week, is there?
No, well, we've managed to we've hit the 2 hour mark. We are almost about to hit the 2 hours, so it's probably a good time to round
45 minutes of waffling.
So we will be back same time, same place next week. We don't have a guest lined up, but we're not entirely sure. We were discussing this before we came on air. Well, me and Andrew were, because Kent was probably still asleep on the sofa.
Catching a gazebo.
Catching a gazebo.
Working, my friend. Working.
So next week will be the 19th. That'll be the last show before Christmas, because Christmas is on Thursday. Christmas Day is Thursday.
Every Thursday.
So Boxing Day would be the next show after that. And I'm not entirely sure that I want to do a live show on Boxing Day, because we've all got families and things to do. And you've all got families and things to be getting on with. So I don't know what our viewership might be like.
Well, why don't we do a Pro Synth Network replacement pub? I'll do a pub
that.
instead.
Could do that. Or
it's not like PSN
maybe
on acid.
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking just doing a pre-record of something. It didn't have to be a show. We just do something. But I'm going to have to think about it over the weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll have a think. But it's just the way it all works out this year, is that Christmas Day is on the Thursday, so therefore the show's on the Friday, and then at New Year, then obviously New Year's Day is
depressing.
And if you're wondering, if you're all out there in PSN land wondering what to get us for Christmas, some Synthspirations would be good.
That'd be good.
Christmas themed Synthspirations. How about that?
Somebody
Send
with
them
a
for
paint
next
shop.
week.
Oh, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we could do. Well, the thing is, the other thing we've got to think about is the awards. We've got the awards to do. We always do the awards, so maybe we'll do that on the one after New Year. I don't know. It doesn't have to.
We could just review. We could just play back a lot of Synthspirations, our favourite Synthspirations.
We could do a Synthspirations compilation.
That's pretty much all of them.
Yeah, we could probably fill a couple of hours.
Play all of them.
Get Bird says, still no word on the amazing update for the Redshift 6. No, we spoke about it when it came out.
It was, yeah. That was.
We've had the guys on the show, but we spoke about it a few weeks ago when that update came out. So go and watch the show. It's there somewhere. I can't remember which one, but we definitely did talk about it because it's it is an incredible synth, and it's a great update because they finally put the effects in that they've been talking about. So yes, cool. Definitely there somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll think of something, but we will be back next week for sure. That will be a live show. I'm going to see if I can try and do that thing where we invite our guests from the year and talk about, just get them to come and say, wish everybody a happy Christmas and talk about what their favourite parts of the year were and so on and so forth. But we'll do something. Anyway, gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for joining. Hope you have a great weekend. Kent, you're going to be up to your leathery
I'm going to be
bits
up
in
to
the
my
Moog 3C.
proverbials because Matt's suggesting that I do a Moog pub. Okay, tomorrow
A Moog.
we will be doing a Moog. I'm sorry, a Moog. Michelle pronounces her name wrong. There will be a Moog
plate on their desk
3C.
it just says as in Vogue.
Yeah, I know.
Sopapobe.
Cows don't go mow. All right?
It's soap both.
Yeah, Sopapobe.
Soap of both. It's always been. There will be a Moog 3C pub
Okay.
most of tomorrow because there's no Gallagher.
Oh, right, okay.
There's no rugby tomorrow, so
What a shame.
And no F1.
so she'll be asleep, so I can get on with the Moog.
Oh, and by the way, I mean, sorry, we have forgotten one very important thing.
Of course.
That happened 2 days ago. Happy birthday, Kent.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Don't
yes.
sing. No singing.
I
Yes. Did you have a good
yes. I spent it in bed, as you know, ill.
one? Yeah.
So
Which is actually
Yeah.
not bad for your birthday. Spend it in bed.
yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
not ill.
Yeah, not ill, but yeah.
Ah,
Anyway.
Brunette
Well,
or something.
many happy returns.
many,
Yes.
many happy returns.
Yes.
Did you get your telegram?
As I said, when I come down. Fiona goes, "Happy birthday!" I go, "Yeah, one less."
And on that note,
That note.
we will see you all same time, same place next week, and have a fun weekend. There's plenty of other shows to go and watch on the Tinternet that cover our wonderful areas of expertise, or not so much areas of expertise.
Or watch me mess with knobs all weekend.
Watch him mess with a Moog. And
Show
we'll
us your
see
big
you
red
all-
knob again.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Yeah, you see.
It
Sorry,
was the
Jason.
last place I thought of looking. Was on the front of the bloody unit.
On the front of the unit, yeah.
Oh, right.
Anyway, we'll get that to Jason sooner or later. All right, chaps, thanks ever so much. Thank you to everyone that's watching. Thank you to everyone that's donated, commented, said hello, whatever. We appreciate you greatly. Go and visit us on Facebook. Go to the website. Go to our Patreon page. Go to our YouTube channel. Fill your boots over this period. And we will see you all in a week's time. Take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.